So, hello friends of Paulo Sector Meyer. Today you don't see me in the fencing hall. Today you see me in my dusty little workshop where I built Dussack and other training devices made from leather and plastic. So, recently I found that it's already like 7 years since I first began building these kind of Dussack. And so I thought sharing is caring, and I show you how to build your own. Over the years, several people approached me asking me how to build these, and I gladly share my templates and what I know, but I never made a video about that. So now I got the chance to do that because I have Leo here, who is beautifully filming everything, and so we do this together. In the process, I will show you all the tools you need. It's not too much. I will try to explain all the steps for that you need to do. Also alternatives to steps if you lack some tools maybe. But I can promise you it's nothing too specialized. It's a lot of craftsmanship, of course. So you need a bit of feeling for the material and for handling the material, but it's doable. So if you want to build your own Dussack, you will find all my templates below the video. Use them for free. It's so for non-commercial free license. You can use this for your own or building for your friends. But don't build this on a big scale, please. We will try to we will separate this this whole video into 4 big steps, like building the leather blade, building the stabilizers, coloring and sewing the leather blades, and then bringing it all together in to the final product. Over the years, I experimented with different kind of stabilizers. Like so, I began with wood. It's nice, but it breaks after a while, of course. And then I also used aluminium, which is quite hard, and so for more professional fencers. And I need someone who can water cut this. So for this video, we will do the stabilizers from PEHD plastic, which is the same as the bottle caps you have usually for cola bottles or something. So PEHD is really durable. You see that? It doesn't matter. But if it comes to temperature, this material can get brittle if you put it into the cold, and don't let it heat up after a while. But well, that's all things which I might tell you later. What we want to do, what we want to build in this video is one of the templates which I call AK7A. So it's a Dussack with a short edge here. It's a bit like a Hungarian saber. So the one you usually see is this one. It's called AK10. But we will build this one. It's a little bit bigger. And yeah, that's it for now. Let's go for the first step. So, okay, we are going to build the blade first, so don't need the stabilizer. This is the template, so download it below and then print it. You don't necessarily need to print this in color. It doesn't give you any more information, but just print it with on A4 and then cut. You see, I did the same. So print it and then glue it, then cut it out on the paper and glue it together with use stiller stripes or whatever to put it together. What I then did is putting the templates onto a thin wood, so something that you would have behind your drawer, something like this. You usually can get this when on the yeah, well, people throw away usually wood enough, so just glue it on something hard. You can also use cardboard. If you glue it on cardboard and then cut it out, it's also okay. What also works is if you use something like this kind of duct tape, and put this on the back of the paper, and then cut the paper. It also works beautifully as a template. Just imagine you will need for the first step a pen to then draw the template onto the leather. So, pen, very important, and the template. Now let's get to the material. So what we use here is leather from cows. So it's cowhide and vegetable. I don't know how's it called. I don't know what it's called in English. So it's good. It's a good hide. What I use here, and this hide is like 4.5 millimeters to 5 millimeters thick, and in the end, when we glue this together, we will have like 10 millimeters, or maybe 9.5 to 10 millimeters, or 11 millimeters. It depends. It's a natural material. I try to get homogeneous material, but you never know what you do. So for this Dussack, I think we use this. Some of this leather is more soft. Some is more what you would call in German standing, so it's more stiff. And what we use here, because it will be training weapon, we use the more soft leather, and it will hold anyway. It will hold for a long time, I think. So let's see which one looks nice. We want to build 2 Dussacken, so we need the space for 4 times this shape. So I begin by looking where I can put this shape economically. So I don't have too much leather left in the end. I want to make the best use of the leather. So let's see here. This one looks good, like that. And so from this part we can likely cut the first 2. So see. So I draw this. I draw this usually onto. So we have two sides. We have this rough inside, and we have a softer and more polished outside. I usually draw this on the outside, because when I cut this, my tools will leave marks, and I have the marks on the inside then. So here we have one. And what I now do is I turn my template around. So you need for one Dussack blade, you need this part, but you want to have the beautiful side on the outside, so you need to mirror it on the other side. And I put this here like that, and the rest of the leather will become like knives or something. So yeah, and this is okay. Good. So I don't show you how I make both, how I do this on both, but what we now need is cutting tool. You can do this with a sharp knife if you have one. So there are certain leather knives like these ones. It's called in Germany, it's called a Liegemesser, so you can easily cut this kind of thick leather. What I use for roughly cutting it is this leather scissor here, and you could also use a saw. So like this one. In former times, I used this kind of saw, but for the leather, it's just better to use an according scissor or a sharp knife. But be careful to not cut yourself. So let's do this here. It doesn't need to be precise on the line, because we will grind this in the afterwards anyway. So just give it a rough cut. Give it a rough cut with a bit of material, like 1 or 2 millimeters from the line, and then up, cut it. Okay, we have cut the leather. You see, I have so this the nice side on both sides. Just remember to always, when you cut the leather, use one side and then the other side.